Okay, next Scotland legend of old, written down by Fenton Wyness in Legends of Northeast Scotland, is entitled Brecbannoch of Monymusk. And so Monymusk, so I bought this book before I went to Scotland. It's part of my trip preparation. And I have actually seen Brecbannoch. And so reading this legend, I decided I want to go and see Brecbannoch. And so I went to the National Museum of Scotland. And this is a picture I took on the 19th of July, 2019 of Brecbannoch. This is Brecbannoch. And this is Hedgy the Hedgehog. So this is very small. So this is the picture. It's almost life size. Here's Hedgy the Hedgehog. So Brecbannoch is almost 2 times, in width, Hedgy's size. So it's very small. And this very small reliquary, the Brecbannoch, is, at least when I visited in July 2019, on display at the National Museum of Scotland. And so this book was published in 1970, and the legends themselves are older. And so let's get a bit of the history of Brecbannoch. So this legend is titled Brecbannoch of Monymusk. One of the most picturesque villages on Donside is Monymusk. Long before the time of recorded history, Monymusk had its civilization, for relics of the Stone and Bronze Ages have been found in the district, and, down the centuries, mention is made of Monymusk as being a place of some importance. A little over 600 years ago, there came to Monymusk a tiny casket of great beauty and value. It is made of wood, bronze, and silver, richly ornamented and studded with jewels, and is known as Brecbannoch. Brecbannoch is a Gaelic word meaning the speckled peaked one. For in shape, Brecbannoch resembles a tiny house with a peaked roof, and being so richly ornamented, has a speckled appearance. Brecbannoch came to Monymusk in a very curious way. The casket is first mentioned as being in the possession of Saint Adamnan, who lived in the 7th century. He was one of St. Columba's missionaries and founded the Church of Forglen in Banffshire, so that possession of the lands of Forglen and the custody of Brecbannoch went together. It could not be separated. For long, Brecbannoch remained at Forglen, and it was the solemn duty of the custodian of the casket to carry it before the Scottish army whenever it went into battle. Brecbannoch, you see, was of very special value, for it was credited with supernatural powers. Some say that it contained 2 bones of the great Saint Columba himself, while others maintain that it was simply a treasured gift to Forglen from the saint. At all events, it was greatly valued by both church and state. In the year 1178, King William the Lion founded the Abbey of St. Thomas the Martyr at Arbroath. The abbey commemorated the murdered Thomas à Becket, and to it, from time to time, the king made various grants of land and treasures. So it was that, sometime between the years 1204 and 1211, King William granted to the abbey the custody of Brecbannoch, together, of course, with the lands of Forglen. It was therefore the duty of the abbot of Arbroath to carry Brecbannoch into battle, as the previous custodians had done. The little casket was carried around the abbot's neck on a chain, and before a battle he blessed the soldiers and their arms, showed them to Brecbannoch, and prayed for victory. Even today, certain churches continue this practice in war, but of course, Brecbannoch is no longer used. For many years, the abbots of Arbroath carried Brecbannoch before the royal forces, and thus, in the year 1314, it was shown to the Scottish army before the famous Battle of Bannockburn. The year after this battle, Bernard de Lenton, abbot of Arbroath, granted the custody of Brecbannoch and lands of Forglen to Malcolm de Monymusk. He did so doubtless to avoid further military service, and so it fell to Malcolm and his descendants to carry Brecbannoch before the Scottish army in battle. This the Monymusk family did for 3 generations, but eventually Brecbannoch in the lands of Forglen passed to the Irvines of Drum, who in turn carried out the duties which fell to the custodians of the casket. In some strange manner, about which nobody knows, Brecbannoch returned to Monymusk, where it was kept in the priory, an ancient religious house built towards the end of the 12th century. In 1554, however, a great fire damaged the building and many of its treasures were lost. Fortunately, Brecbannoch was saved from the flames and taken to the neighboring house of Monymusk, where it was preserved in one of the towers. The house of Monymusk was then in the possession of the Forbes family, but in 1713 they sold it to the Grants. Brecbannoch remained at Monymusk from that date until 1933, when the Laird, Sir Arthur Grant, BT. I don't know what that abbreviation is, decided to dispose of the casket. Brecbannoch was therefore taken to London and shown at Christie's sale room. Its sale caused a great sensation among Scotsmen all over the world, and many travelled long distances to see it. The little cask of St. Columba was purchased for the Scottish nation by subscriptions from friends of the National Museum of Antiquities of Scotland and by a donation from the National Art Collection Fund. It was thus saved for Scotland. Should you ever visit Monymusk, you will see the parish church, all that now remains of the old priory buildings where Brecbannoch was kept, and also not far from the church, the tower of Monymusk House, where it rested for so many years. Of course, if you are very lucky and go to the museum in Edinburgh, you will see Brecbannoch itself. And so I have done that. So that's the end of the story. I have done that. I have visited Brecbannoch myself. And I highly recommend visiting Brecbannoch if you go to Scotland as well.